right, troops, welcome to the Action Lead. My name is Owen. So tonight, joined by J-Man, Charlie, John, and Sean. How are you, gents?
Still good.
Good. So just to let everybody know, I seem to be having some Wi-Fi issues tonight. So if I cut out or whatever, it is not your system, it's mine. But for now, everything seems to be working fine. So tonight we're discussing Cobra, starring Sylvester Stallone, the classic. There are people who don't like this movie apparently, but they're not friends of mine.
I never knew that. Like, what?
I remember
Really?
we posted, like years ago, we posted like a picture from it, and then and someone said terrible movie, and I think I wrote something offensive, and it got deleted by Facebook.
I would have banned them. Yeah.
Wow, that's a shocker. Really?
Yeah, I was like, don't call yourself a man if you don't like Cobra.
I've never met a person who did not love this movie.
No,
Yeah, that's a
No.
big shocker, man.
I've
Really.
met people that haven't seen it, obviously, but
Well, they're just
like,
dumb.
I hate this movie or I don't like it. No.
Wow. Wow,
No.
that's crazy.
You know, so yeah, the Cobra is like top 5 Stallone for me. It's just one of my favorites. It's like only 85 minutes, like constant action. He is like just almost ridiculously cool. It's basically like a Dirty Harry movie. I just feel it's like an 80s version of Dirty Harry. Except the thing with Stallone is that like you think he's taking himself seriously, but the fact that he calls himself Marion, Marion Cobretti, I love that. And he's got the aviators and he's got the matchstick and he's just like achingly cool. So yeah, I mean, I love the movie. The other thing I would say is that you can tell that it feels cut, and everyone talks about they'd love to see like the full uncut extended version. I would love to see that because I particularly think at the night slasher's death at the end, whenever he's like going towards the fire, that just feels sort of, I don't know, maybe that was just the way it was supposed to be, but I just thought it was going to initially be more graphic. And speaking of which, like Brian Thompson is fantastic. He is just really just threatening and unsettling as a night slasher. But I always sort of wondered though, like what exactly is the new world that the cult wants? Like, is it just the strong survive and basically it and make dance like 80s videos just like Wild Boys or something with a Duran Duran video or something?
Yeah. There's like guys in suits and stuff. Like, why are you joining? Like, what?
Yeah, your world is
You
just
sure
fine.
there's a doctor there? I was waiting for like a step to the left, tink tink, step to the right, tink tink.
Go be an accountant or something, buddy. Like, what are you doing here?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that how they start their meetings? It's like, okay, it's 8 o'clock.
Oh, we should have all had axes. And
But I love how it's not just an action movie; it has a slasher element as well. It's almost more of a horror element. And I also love that Andrew Robinson, who plays Scorpio in Dirty Harry, is in this as his asshole boss kind of thing. He's sort of the shouty police guy, you're out of control, blah blah blah. So love that. Who else? Stock, the corrupt female cop, absolute traitorous bitch. She's a great villain. I love her. Love the opening scene in the supermarket. It's just iconic. I don't even shop here. I mean, brilliant. Final fight's good. Great stunts. Good explosions. Good car chase. I love Cobra's car, and his guns are awesome as well. So that's all I got to say about it. So, Sean.
I remember the ad campaign for this more than the movie. I didn't see it in the theater, obviously. I saw it on either TV or VHS. It was on TV a lot, I remember. But 86. What do you associate with Cobra, right? So when I saw it was called Cobra, I was like, "What? It's not Cobra Command." Like you're it's bullshit. What is this crap? So anyway, whatever. And they always played the same clip on like Entertainment Tonight and news broadcasts about like movie reviews where he's like in the grocery store and he's hiding behind that big Pepsi machine and all that with the big twirling Pepsi thing. And I was like, hold on, this looks kind of cool. And he drinks. I thought he was drinking Pepsi. I know now it's Coors, but I was like, what's a Coors? I don't know. Yeah, no, this is an awesome. When you watch it now, it's like mega 80s because it's got the quick cutting and like cutting to the 80s music and everything. It's so confident with itself. It's very gritty. I always thought it was like a very gritty looking, like I guess on purpose, like a sort of like not documentary style, but like it looks sort of sharper than a regular like action picture. And I noticed now, and I didn't notice back then, that they try to bring in some humor between the banter between like the partners and all that. It's like whatever. It's like, oh, there's some cake here. Like that's gonna, hardy har har, I guess. But and like making fun of his eating habits and all that stuff, right? But like, but yeah, no. The thing is, the thing about Stallone, people just think of like Rambo and Rocky, and I think that's more and more as we move away from that era. That's what people think of, and especially like younger audiences. But they don't know about all this other awesome stuff like Tango and like freaking Cobra and stuff like that. Cobra to me is a departure from all those movies. It's more in tune with like what studios thought action pictures were back then. I mean, it just like Golden Globus, right?
Yeah.
So it looks, I mean, like if you want an 80s action picture, here it is, right? And it's not totally serious. Like and his name is Marion Cobretti, which I love. I remember I told someone at work about like this movie, and I was like, oh, his name is Marion Cobretti, and he goes, well, what's his name in Fist? John Fistoletti? Like, but yeah, no, it's wicked. My trauma about it not being about Cobra Commander is over. I'm not like 7 anymore. So I love this movie a lot. It's really cool. And the poster, when I was a kid, I couldn't figure out if it was, I know it's painted, but it's so realistically done. I thought it was like a stylized picture. But it's not. It's a mega painting of Stallone with this laser scope. It's pretty cool, and that's the cover of the DVD. I don't know if it's cover of I only have the DVD of this.
I think it's the cover for everything.
Yeah.
Well, I think we get two different covers on the 4K, don't we, Owen?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. We get like a new one that they painted, but I think you get the OG.
Well, I get that fancy one, right? You take.
Yeah, we get the fancy one, the art.
Yeah.
How's the 4K look? Because I always
don't
thought
have
it's not out yet. Yeah.
Not out
Does it
yet.
look
We
too sharp,
literally
or
just
does it
pre-ordered it. The Blu-ray looks amazing.
Yeah,
the Blu-ray is amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
straight up. So
It's amazing.
I'm looking forward to seeing the 4K.
Yeah, can't wait. Also, about one point I meant to mention was he changed the way we eat pizza forever. I think with like scissors like that. That's just amazing. Anyway, Charlie.
I can't even remember the first time I watched this. I know this was a movie Dad probably brought home because Dad loved action movies. He likes Stallone, but if there's a badass car in a movie, that's what he's showing me. He goes, "We're gonna watch this movie. Check out the car," and that 50 Merc coming up on there to where even the tag says "Awesome 50" and you show it off. To me, that's the second best character in this besides Cobretti is his car, and anything that has an amazing car chase in it. When that thing flies off of the second story parking garage onto the road and keeps going in one shot, I'm just like, this is the greatest car chase I've ever seen in my entire life at that age. It was just, this is fantastic. I love Cobra, man. It's a vibe. It's a feel. It's just exudes cool and badass and mystery. I do have 2 complaints about the movie. One, you shouldn't have revealed the chick being a mole immediately in the movie. You should have kept that shrouded a little bit. And then the guy, what's the guy with the glasses name? Can't even remember his name right now. Monty. It was written.
Yeah.
It was planned. He should have been the fucking leader of the New World cult at the end and got his comeuppance. He's such a smarmy asshole. I wanted more than the punch. I wanted him to die. And the way it was written for him to be that, like he was supposed to rip open his shirt and he had the axe tattoo on his chest. And I was like, I want that. Where's that ending? That would have been glorious because the movie's leading to that. It's chopped up because this thing almost had it was like 2 hours and would have been an X rating. And if they'd have done it, this would have been the greatest horror action movie ever made because it literally would have been way more gore, blood, just destroying shit, nudity. It would have been a perfect blend of both genres. But I love this movie. This is like you guys said, like top 5 Stallone. You know, it'd be like Demolition Man. If I can count all the Rambos in one slot, I'll be kind of
all
happy.
Rambos, all the Rockies.
All Rambos, all Rockies.
That's assumed.
Yeah, I just making sure we're clear. Here.
That was assumed. I didn't even. I was going to ask Owen. I thought that's a dumb question, but I knew Charlie would.
You know what a dumb question is finding out people don't like Cobra, J man, and we just learned that. So
we're like, what?
This world is crazy.
That's a dumb thing, not a question.
Yeah. But Cobra is way up there. The poster is iconic. It's one of those I want hanging on my wall. You know, it's in Beverly Hills Cop. What is it, Part 2? Wherever they open the door and it's Rosewood's wall. There's Cobra behind there,
which is funny.
Really?
That's a
it's
funny
hilarious because
it was initially going to be a Beverly Hills Cop movie. Yeah.
Still don't understand the Beaver Brown Band song at the end. I think
I love that song. I have it on my mix.
If we hadn't got that though, we would have gotten the touch. And then what would the Transformers have gotten? So I don't know. Maybe the Cobra took a bullet for us, and everything righted itself in this dimension. It works out. But I love Cobra. This is one I watch all the time. The 4K got announced. I think Owen and I both were just like immediate pre-order. How fast can I click this button? We're getting it now. Because everyone started sending me the link going, Charlie, did you see it? Well, it's already pre-ordered. Thanks for the heads up, but it's on its way.
It arrived 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. I already got it. I'm driving there right now. I'll be fine. But that's me, man. I love this movie.
Cool. Right, John.
What else? Like, what else can we all say? I mean, this, like, you said somebody didn't like it, and I'm like, what's their address? I'm going over there right now.
Let's just fight them.
So this was like, this was 86. So I was like 13. So this was like right in my wheelhouse, because I remember in 1985, my dad was like, he took me to see Invasion USA, which was my first R-rated movie in the theater that he officially took me to. Of course, I was watching Revenge of the Ninja a couple years before that without him knowing and stuff like that. But he said, like, okay, this is a test, John. Like, if this movie isn't too bad, I'll take you to see more of these. He loved
Invasion USA in the theater, man. That's
he
awesome.
loved Invasion USA, I think, more than I did, which I don't think is possible. But he was like, and he would always ask me, when's the next action movie? So like then it was Rambo, First Blood Part 2, and then Cobra Kai. I didn't know, like, I was 13, so I didn't know like all the drama behind the movie. Like, of course, you know, you learn that as you're growing up, and then, you know, but this is like the perfect merging. I think it's still, even with the cuts and everything, and I get it. Top Gun had opened the week before, and they were like, we got to get as many showings. So they butchered it to get more showings in the theater so they would make more money and stuff like that. But I still love it as it is, as a whole, the way it is now. I mean, the only thing I'm kind of mad about is they took out a lot of the violence, because if you notice, it's not that violent anymore. Like, there's some blood. There's a little bit of
cut.
I mean,
so much.
You see some blood squibs here and there and stuff like that. But it's like, and I was watching it yesterday for the 8,000th time. And I'm like, there, because like even David Rashi's death, you know, the sleazy photographer, you know, that he was supposed
Sledgehammer.
He was supposed to get Sledgehammer, right? He was supposed to get butchered even more. And then, like, when they were invading the town at the end, there was the whole scene where they were like killing old people and stuff like that. I'm not.
This supposed to be a huge. I just hate it whenever you tell me you filmed it and I can't see it now.
Yes,
like it'd be different if you filmed it on purpose to cut away and be like, fuck it, you already did it. But to know it's out there somewhere, I'm like, I want to fucking see it.
Right. But then, like, I saw it on TV too, and like, you know, they had the extra scenes, but it, like, the extra scenes were dumb. It's him checking his mail, and then he says hi to the old lady, and then there's like more conversation in the police station. It's like, who cares? It's like, put the violence in. I want to see the violence and everything. But like I said, like Owen, you mentioned it, this is a slasher movie, but this is a slasher movie that you wanted like you wanted Sylvester Stallone to come in and just like start blowing, like, you know, like Jason and all them away and stuff. Like, even if like they kept coming back, he would just start lobbing grenades and then rocket launchers, and he'd get a tank afterwards. It's just awesome. And then the ending, he wasn't happy with the ending, Stallone. He didn't like the bombastic action of the ending. And I was like, why? I'm like, it's awesome. He's on the back of a truck. And who puts a laser scope on a submachine gun? It's like, but
everyone in the 80s.
It just looks damn cool. It's like, I don't need to aim this, but you know what? It's right there. It's like, I'm probably going to hit you here, here, and here, and here, but the laser's going right there.
Exactly. How do you sight that in? Is it ranged further away, closer up? I'm not exactly sure of the physics of a laser.
Wherever the red dot goes, you bang.
Right. But like, I mean, you can't say enough good things about, like about this movie, and like it got bad reviews except for Variety, who loved it. I'm like, wow, somebody at Variety has common sense. But I got to talk to Brian Thompson a couple of years ago when he had that short film Firefight come out that he did with Sheldon Letters, which was actually his first acting gig. And that was awesome talking to him. And he had all these stories. He had to buy his own ticket to the premiere of Cobra. Like, they didn't invite him. He had to buy his own ticket. And he was talking about that. But he was the one on the set, like, what's my motivation? Like, why are we doing this? Like,
that's
why
what I'm thinking while we're watching it, though. It's like, why is he doing this?
And they're all just like, just go with it. You're psychotic. Who cares? It's like, yeah. He's like, and then we were talking. He's like, yeah, we're all in the Clay. And I'm like, what is going on here? It's like, who cares? It looks cool. It looks nasty, you know. And I kind of like
we're talking about it. So.
Yeah, and I kind of like the fact that you saw business, because like it wasn't just like these gnarly like he looked like it was regular people that you would see crossing the street or walking next to, and that made it even scarier, you know, because
convince them.
Yeah, and they were like Nazis. They were trying to, you know, kill the weak so the strong. So that's what the Nazis basically were doing. So they were just psychotic individuals who wanted, for whatever reason, banded together and, you know, just wanted to kill everybody. But he wears his shades inside. He wears his shades at night. I'm like, because when you're cool, the sun shines on you 24 hours.
Maybe he's in the Matrix.
Yes. So, I mean, all I could do is just gush and show my love and admiration for this movie, because even like, you know, because like he was on a power trip at the time because he was the biggest draw, and he was married to Brigitte Nielsen, and that they were lovey-dovey on the set. Everyone was like, can you guys separate for 2 seconds so we can actually make a movie here? Yeah. You know, but other than that, I still watched the movie and I'm like, this is just, I mean, I watched the scene with him on the back of the truck relentlessly, and I love how in the Expendables he did a flatbed version of that. As kind of a homage to that. So I mean, okay, what else can you say? I'm done.
Actually, just going back to the laser sight. Now I can't remember if I asked you guys this before. I think I asked this in the group many years ago, and nobody's ever been able to answer this question. I remember a movie years ago, and it was like it was some kind of a buddy movie, and I thought it was like two cops, and one of them had a laser sighting, and the other guy kept making fun of him because he couldn't aim. They said, "You can't aim, though. You have a laser sighting on your gun." What movie is that from?
I remember.
It's not Harley Davidson, the Marlboro Man, is it? No, because he makes fun of his. No. He makes fun of his shooting there, where he says, "You spent all this money on." Oh no, that's where they talk about the money of bullets. He goes, "Each bullet costs this, and you just spent $6 and didn't hit shit, and I spent $1 and killed 2 guys or whatever." We got to do that movie.
We'll do that in a few weeks. Yeah.
I swear I've just seen a movie not long ago that had that scene in it, Owen, and I cannot.
I'm having a total Mandela effect about it, because I thought it was, at first I thought it was Gunmen. You remember the Christopher Lambert movie?
Yeah, Christopher Lambert.
Yeah. Movie. It's not that.
No.
And I was trying to think of other things. So
why do you have that on there? Because it's not helping your aim. It's almost verbatim what he
says.
Yeah,
it's like you can aim for shit, you know, and it's like this running joke.
Oh, that's gonna irritate the shit out of me.
It's been bothering me for years, and I can't remember what it is. So we're talking about something from. It's definitely like an 80s or 90s movie. It's nothing recent.
Oh, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
But
can't remember.
All right, I have to do some.
Well, I'll see if I can find it too.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So Jay, over to you.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I love this movie. I saw it as a kid 100 million times. The cutting the pizzas burned into my skull. I saw that pizza thing, and it's never left me ever since I first saw it. My friend Vic and I would always be like, "Oh, the pizza! Remember the pizza? He's cutting the pizza." And it's like, I can't do that. I need to eat. I would eat an entire large in like one sitting. So, yeah, I love every second of this movie. Why is there not more Cobra movies?
Yeah.
If you can pick one guy left, obviously Rambo's the best. Rocky is amazing. I wish Cobretti had more. Like, I almost wish it was like you do a Rambo and then other movies, like two of you know, you do a movie and then you do a Rambo movie, and then the next year you do another movie in a Rocky, and then the next year you do another movie in a Cobra, and then you just keep recycling those guys. I think if you have to pick one other character, it's crazy that Stallone has 2 characters that are super mega iconic and they have nothing to do with each other, like almost in any way. It would have been cool if he had a third to have Cobra, because this movie is like textbook 80, like give me back my action movies, Charlie's podcast, anything on Action Elite, action flicks, like anything like that. Like every thing is stemming from this movie. It's like the exact amount of length it should be. I don't want extended versions or whatever this shit. More violence, yes, if you're going to extend it by having more violence, yes.
Oh, yeah.
But like perfect. It's like absolutely perfect. The story is streamlined enough that you know what's going on. I really like the banter. I've forgotten, so I hadn't watched this in a while. It's one of those movies, you know, when you kind of exhaust a movie, like I've watched it so many times that every time I'm about to watch it, I'm like, I'll throw something else on. I've seen it a bunch of times. You know what I mean? It's like one of those. It's like even like Conan, which is my favorite movie. Now it's getting to the point where I'm like, geez, I've seen it so many times that like, you know, you put it in, you're just going through almost the motions of it. So sometimes it's good to let these breathe a bit. Yeah. So I've loved this one.
Movies from the 80s, I'm like that. There's movies which I've seen so many times, like Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, stuff like that. I was like, I've just seen them so many times.
I could, you could delete my Ghostbusters movies, especially part 1, and my Back to the Future, and I'm like, well, I still remember. It's almost like purely like
ingrained up here. I can watch the movie now. You know, literally
in my head.
Yeah. So seeing this, I really liked the banter between the two guys. I actually thought it was super funny. And this is, you know what? This is like Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry, obviously, you know, is an amazing movie, and I love that series. But his character is a really nice guy, but also a badass guy. Whereas Harry's very like, he's always grumpy.
Harry's kind of an asshole.
He's kind of an ass, which makes him.
He's 70s jaded. That's why.
Yeah, no, exactly. That entire series is 10 out of 10. This movie's also 10 out of 10. But the thing is that he's so nice and he's cool too. And you're like, I like this guy. He's just like a good guy. And that makes the betrayal of the woman, as you said, and that makes it even worse for that lady cop. Charlie, I did watch the Andrew Robinson. I love Andrew Robinson from Deep Space Nine, from Star Trek, but also obviously Scorpio, and he's an Hellraiser. I watched his interview, and what happened was that they were all really tired, and he was tired, and he's like, oh, I gotta put all this makeup on and all that. He's like, why am I the leader of this anyways? This is weird. And he
didn't want to get the tattoo.
He didn't want to get the tattoos put on. So he tells us, Stallone's like, yeah, well, what can we do? He goes, we got to do something because you've been a total dick this whole movie.
and he's like, he punches him at least.
He goes, well, maybe I could punch you. I like the punch. You know why?
I do too.
Because I like the fact that you keep Brian as the leader. Versus like this other guy who's the smart guy. I understand it would maybe make more sense that there's like a smarter leader who's the logistics behind it.
Smart leader though. He's like the dog on a chain.
Right.
That's
so
how
you need
comes off to me.
It was kind of Stalk that was kind of like pulling his chain.
Yeah. Whatever. I'm okay with it because it's like
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, you know, because then there's the two dirty cops. You're like, okay, I mean, whatever. I actually think it was I would agree with you 9 times out of 10, Charlie, on the lady cop, but not on this one, only because when you know that she's bad, it's a different reaction from the audience because they're like, oh shit, she's bad. We can't trust her.
We know something they don't.
We know something that they don't know. But also as a movie person, as an action person, you know without being told. You're like, why is this character involved in this situation? Why is this character here? Like, obviously something's up, right?
It would have worked better if they had went with the captain being the leader, because then we would have been like, I feel like he's involved. And then that flip where we find out,
okay,
she's the one doing all this, and then still have a second reveal of the tattoo at the end, and like Cobra put it all together at the end.
Yeah. Okay.
It needed to be done in a certain way. I'm okay with how it is now. That is, like I said, that is my only real complaint about. If I was to change something, I would have made it a little bit more in depth about the New World Order.
Right. You know? It's too hard for me. I know you guys, you're waiting for the big J-Man analysis. The problem is it's too hard on this one because it's almost like I've seen it so many times that like I just accept everything for what it is, and it's hard to like. If I was trying to do my little space rating system, I mean, is the story that amazing? I guess not. Like it won't come off looking as nice if I just go with it. It'd probably be like an 8 out of 10 or something. But 8 out of 10 isn't enough.
It's your comfort movie.
Like
it's like there might be flaws with it, but I don't care what the flaws are. I love this movie, and that's it.
Exactly. I don't really care too much what the flaws are because I'm a character person. That's like my number one thing. And Cobra is awesome. He's a super awesome character. I for sure 100% want to see more with that character. We're going to be discussing Beekeeper versus a Working Man. I have not watched Working Man yet, but Beekeeper, I would also like to see more of Beekeeper because he is so cool.
Next year.
Yeah.
Next year, awesome.
All that.
So like, I really like the character. I kind of forgot because I just like, oh, this is a cool movie, but I kind of forgot about how like the ins and outs of it exactly and how awesome the character was. So yeah, I thought it was awesome. FK, thank you, buddy. This is being thanks for the $2, man. I really appreciate it.
Oh yeah,
Thanks
can you go through the chat? Sorry, everyone, I'm kind of out of it tonight. I had my wisdom teeth taken out last night. So
yeah, let me say.
Look,
he's playing hurt.
You've got my people in here. So Pete is my co-host. Anna is my co-host. Daniel's been following us for a while. You don't have to put all of Pete's chat on here. He's pretty.
I'm not going to go. We won't do everybody. So Lark was here first. Thank you, Lark, so much for being here right away. Real Popcorn Geek was here second. Thank you so much. Daniel was here. Adam is here. Thank you so much, Adam. Pete is here.
Pete's here.
Anna is here. Thank you so much, Anna, for being here.
Is this the first time a woman's ever watched our stream? I think it is.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to start dressing better. I should have.
We did have women on the show. Does that count as watching?
That's true. That is
that's true. So, that's true. But Owen may have paid them. I don't know. Did we catch everybody?
No, there was actually some good comments there.
All right, so let's go. I just want to see everybody, and then we can go through the comments.
Yeah.
We said hello to everybody, right?
Star Wars, Marvel Pierce was
here. Thank you, my friend.
Yep.
I mean, we're too involved with talking about how much we love this movie. We forgot about the chat.
It's an amazing movie. I mean,
they probably wouldn't like it. It's probably not CG enough for younger.
Let me go. Can I go back to Rini Santoni Gonzalez? I love him. And J-Man, you were talking about their banter and everything. He's his center. Like he is like, and how he cuts his pizza. Because everybody is like, why is he? I'm like, why not? He's a bachelor. He's like, who cares? That's how he does it. You know. And I can't. Yeah, exactly. But like how they react off of each other and him eating the junk food. He's like, you know, the problem with you. You're too violent. You know,
I love
it's
one of my
it's all that
favorite
shit you're eating. It's all that junk food. He's like, this is the only shit I've had all day. You know, so that's kind of makes Cobra like a human, because other than that, like he's always in the shadows. Even when Gonzalez is interviewing Ingrid, you know, he's in the shadows. He's not saying anything. He's got the matchstick in his mouth. He's just kind of there. He's just absorbing everything. And Gonzalez is like he's the one out in the open.
He's the mouth.
And I love when he's interviewed her. He's like, do you know anybody who deals drugs? You know, and she's like, no. He's like, no. That's nice. He's like,
shocked by it.
He's a great character. This movie,
the late great Rini Santoni. Yeah, no,
all the characters were good.
Yeah,
I forgot. You know, as a kid, you're just pumped up for Stallone. Like, well, you watch this for Stallone, right? But now, you know, my notes are nothing. I don't even look like it's literally like this little piece. I just wrote a couple of things down.
I wrote it on my palm.
So I'm not being as analytical. Sorry, we have a lot of people here today, and of course, today I'm not. Today you picked a movie that I love so much that I can't even.
I don't know. Nobody's even arguing.
They're not even arguing at all. This is like this.
They're gonna see J-Man go wild one time. They're gonna be like, "The fuck is this show? This is nothing like what we watch."
Oh, agreeable.
Yeah, they're gonna. And Mark D is here. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate coming by. I don't know. I liked everything. Like, it's neat, and the car is so good. And he bumps those guys in the beginning. Yo, what's going on? They're all pissed off, and it's like, yeah, whatever. And you thought there's going to be this big thing, and then all of a sudden they're kind of friends with him in the next scene later, because it's just like they respect him.
Yeah, he's not afraid of them.
He's not afraid. And he's a good person. Deep down, he is a good person, and they respect him. And they're like, okay. They're like, oh, he's coming. We'll move our car. No problem. We'll move for you, buddy.
I love that.
Yeah. That was so good. Wearing the sunglasses. The beginning, call the Cobra comes in.
Why has that never happened in real life ever?
It's happened. I guarantee it. There's a cop out there named Cobra. No, but they call him in, and he comes in, and it's just like, okay, there's like hostages in this thing. Whatever, just call Cobra and just get it. Like, yeah, just call Cobra. Let's just get it done, and then they know they're gonna do it. Hey, Dave, thanks for coming.
It's also call the Cobra.
The Cobra,
called the Cobra. So Art LaFleur, man,
he doesn't say Cobretti. He's like
no.
He's like call
the Cobra.
And I love he's actually nice to him. Like he respects him in the time he wants him. He's not like what are you doing here? He's like just do what you do.
Exactly. But he yells at him after they tear up the streets, and then he yells at him. It's like,
but then he defends him in the exact same conversation. He's like, you're a means to the end. Let's get this shit done. Do what you do. I like Art LaFleur in this.
When they're talking in the precinct about stuff, it is actually very good because I hate when it's like so contrived that everyone's pissed off at the guy. It's like if everyone is always pissed off at Cobra, then why is he there? Right? Like obviously he knows what he's doing and he's good. So some people are sticking up saying, well, listen, like we got to get, he's going to get shit done. We should put him on this case, right? It's like, well, he's not a homicide guy. Why is he on this case? Which would have tied into him being at that point.
Well, it's also when he goes, look, we don't even, it's one guy. And Cobra's like, no, there's multiple guys. There's an army of them. How do you know? Motherfucker, I just killed 2. And there was multiple vehicles involved in this shit you're yelling at me about. One guy wasn't driving all the cars.
One guy swung an axe at me.
Right. It's like there's obviously more people, and you're trying to cover that fact up. Like,
correct. Yeah, it makes sense if that was the ending, which was the planned ending, and then you watch back, and then it would it makes sense.
You would start seeing all of the little pieces fall together, which would just add to I'm going to watch this 1,000 times anyway.
Right. Watch it. We watched it 1,000 times anyways.
Without that, it's totally
without that. With that, we could have just pretended it was like, well, you got to watch it because there's a big twist at the end. It's like Sixth Sense or something. You got to watch all the. Oh, Andrew Robinson just looked weird there. Oh, that's he's the co-leader. Right
if I had one complaint, it'd probably because it's like he's part of the Zombie Squad. I wanted to see the Zombie Squad. It's like I wanted a sequel where there was like you see somebody because obviously if you call it the Zombie Squad, there's more of these guys, and I wish it could have been like kind of like maybe if they did a sequel, it could have been like an Expendables type movie, like where each one like had a different, like characteristic or something like that. It would have been kind of cool, like making like I know it's Cobra and it's Sylvester Stallone's movie, but I always wanted to be like, and they're actually supposed to make a TV show called The Zombie Squad, based on
interesting.
Cobra. Yeah, never happened, of course.
The car's great, yeah.
Oh yeah, the car's a character. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, that's my nitpick about it. I always want this. I'm like, it's the Zombie Squad. Like, where's the other guys? Where's the other guys?
See, I thought of this when I rewatched it. I really wish that Last Blood would have been a Cobra sequel, because you could have worked that a bit better. Like Rambo 4, Rambo the 4 movies ended so beautifully.
Yeah, like perfect ending. You came full circle, came home. The end.
Perfect ending. Like if I do cry at stuff, I would have cried at that. But like Last Blood could have been Cobra. And that would have actually changed it a little bit and actually kind of been a bit more interesting to have Cobra be like, okay, like I'm retiring finally or something, or, this is it. I'm, this is the last.
And human traffickers are the perfect villains as well. It would fit perfectly. They could be a different type of cult.
Oh, and exactly, man. Exactly what you're saying. It fits better with Cobra's world of guys. That actually would have been. And then I got all pumped up for this idea that, oh man, what if Last Blood kind of is Cobra and we just kind of like pretend that it's Cobra? It's like, okay, it's not Cobra.
It's honestly not that hard. I mean, other than
but it's not that hard.
No, it's not. I think it would look awesome. I was looking. I just got this. It's purple, but it's a 50 Merc.
Oh, that is neat though.
Just came out. I was like, I know I had something somewhere. They need to release that. Green light cars need to give me one. Give me a Merc.
Oh, for sure. I think I did a what if actually about Christmas time, and I came up with like an idea for a sequel, and it was, oh god, I can't even remember. I don't even remember breakfast this morning, but it was like his daughter. I think he has a daughter now, and she joins the occult or whatever. And then he's got this like personal thing in it. So, and once again, you could easily change Last Blood into be something like that, where. The girl, easy to.
Somehow her being involved got her parents or parts of the family killed, but then so that means she's trying to get out of it. Now he has a reason to try and get her. I don't know. Stallone's had an option. Was it?
Didn't he mention it a few years ago?
Yeah, I 2018, something like that. He did. It was more or less a picture with the car, but if you do that dressed as Cobra, that usually tells everyone we're working on it, and it's like it never happened after that. I don't know.
I think we would have got a sequel faster if it wasn't such a tumultuous time in his personal life.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
because if in interviews to this day, he doesn't hate the movie. He just hates what was going on and how his ego was. He'll admit how big his ego was.
Mentioned in this, which I've shown you before.
Yes, okay. That's right. Yeah, that exactly. So I think we would have got the sequels to this movie, like if he wasn't like jaded about like making this first one. You know?
Could it have also been something to do with Canon and Warner Brothers doing this joint venture? Because this is like right before Canon falls apart. So this is still listed as a Warner Brothers. I don't think it says Canon anywhere.
That's
in any of the big credits.
That's because he was going to do Over the Top, but it was taking longer to start making that movie. So he wanted to do Cobra. So he was contractually obligated to Canon, and they said, well, you can go make it, but we want producer credit. So it's just a producing credit. They weren't even on the set, you know, or
I just don't know if there was maybe a rights thing. You know what I mean? Like, did they have a tiny little bit of the rights?
Like, They let him go do it if they could be Golden Globus production. But you got George P. Cosmatos who directed it. You know, he's kind of like Golden Globus.
He didn't direct this.
No, I know. Hey, hang on.
Poor George P. Cosmatos.
When Stallone wasn't on set that day, he directed it and he was an asshole.
He ran around all
when
day.
Stallone was on set, he was like, "Yes, Mr. Stallone. Of course, Mr. Stallone. You got it, Mr. Stallone."
That's kind of been the joke of Cosmatos. I don't think he's ever actually directed.
It was Tombstone as well. It was like Kurt Russell kind of finished that. Yeah. And then Rambo 2 as well, or First Blood Part 2.
First Blood Part 2.
It's probably mostly Stallone as well. I mean, I always ask people these days if if Stallone is as intimidating as he seems, and it's like, yeah.
But he's got a proven thing too. I don't want to mention the other director of a certain series of 2 sci-fi series that have gone awry with him at the helm, but that guy's a hack. And it's like everyone heaps praise on this person with a double with Jar Jar Binks's initials.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like he's a hack. Stallone does make awesome movies. It's tough. Well, what did you do? Well, I made Rocky. Well, fuck, that was pretty good. Well, it's like I also
won an Oscar.
I'm the Rambos. I'm the Rockies. It's like shit. Those are all pretty.
Cliffhanger, Demolition
Cliffhanger's
Man,
pretty good. Demolition Man. Yeah, it's like I didn't just walk in here and then I started talking. You know what else I thought of in this movie? I thought there's no in my weird mind. I thought, what if Exterminator 2 or something? If they because this has the Exterminator 2 X cult. You could have the X cult guys versus so it's like the Mario Van Peebles guys versus the Brian Thompson guys. Yes. And then it's like they're fighting and then it's like they team up. It's like, and they
see a Merc come over the hill, and then a fucking garbage truck comes.
The garbage truck, yeah. So then it's like, shit. It's like when 2 gangs, they both lose their leaders. So it's like when 2 gangs lose their leaders, and a new leader is brought forth, and this big guy comes in. He's like, I'm uniting the gangs. It's like, oh, so some guys they're doing an X pattern with the axis, so it's like you bring them both in.
You see Cobra coming in with his 2 guns, and then Exterminator with the flamethrower and mask on, and then
that's it. It's like you need. It's like one man is not enough. It's like, and like both guys go. It's like you need 2.
Oh, Manhunt! I remember Manhunt was awesome. I used to have that. That was a great game. Thank you for reminding me there.
Or Cobretti brings in the Exterminator as part of the zombie squad. Like he
makes it.
That's good.
Yeah. Hollywood, do it. Let's go. Come on, they're not. Yeah. Well, Robert Gitty's not with us anymore, but
definitely going too soon. He was great.
Yeah,
he was awesome.
Yeah.
And one last thing about the line. There's one funny line that I cried. I had to pause the movie where he's like, you got a real attitude problem. He's like, just a little one.
Just a little one.
I had to pause the movie. I thought that was the funniest line ever. I literally had to pause. I was laughing so much. That was awesome. Just a little one.
Let me just add the part where he's like, you want some of this? Looks like cheese. He's like, oh wait, are you done with this? Like, yes. And then she's like, what am I doing here?
What am I doing? But he's softer. I liked it. I thought that was really funny. Sorry, Sean. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say, anyone play the video game for this? It was.
I did. Oh my god.
The jumping is super frustrating. Like it's just it's not a great It's like the NES version of Bad Dudes. It's just very, very wonky in its movement. Yeah. But there's a woman with a baby carriage that bombs you in it for some reason.
I still have it. You get I have. Yeah, I have an Amiga 500 Mini, and I have it. But I also have the Cliffhanger video game, which is so frustrating because it's just you get attacked by birds and like I think it's wolves. So you're punching birds and stuff like that. I was like, where's fucking Eric Quayland and like the bad guy? I don't want to be shot on by a bird or whatever. It's like,
it's Paperboy rules. Like everything is after you.
I was gonna say
almost every movie has. I have Judge Dredd Super Nintendo sitting up there, and I think Nate played the Demolition Man before we covered it one day. It's like they suck so bad, but we buy them anyway because it's
the running thing is that any video game from a movie is always terrible. Like it's like all the best video games are just the normal ones that everyone likes. Mario or they're just they're made to be games as opposed to taking a movie and trying to make that a game. Batman was pretty good, and I did end it even though that was quite hard.
Batman was decent, and Top Gun. Once you figure out how to land the aircraft carrier, you're set.
Oh wow.
But
I think I tried. I was like, Top Gun, I can't land a plane. Oh, I'm done. It's like the entire point of this is to be in a plane and do shit. I mean,
you gotta land.
The plane didn't even do nothing.
Demolition Man. See, I still have my Super Nintendo.
Yeah, Super Nintendo.
Wow. Super Nintendo. Yeah.
Right there. Yeah, I remember that. And what else? The last action hero game. I've got Hudson Hawk, the video game, as well.
Oh my god!
Yeah, awesome. I mean, you'd think so. No,
I have the movie. It's good enough.
Right. The Time Cop video game as well. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
it's better than a 4K.
Shots fired.
Yeah. What else? Anything else? That's what I would do to the Time Cop 4K.
If I don't have the capabilities to put the Time Cop 4K,
I love that trilogy. You got that light gun with it. I played the hell. The Die Hard with a Vengeance was just like Crazy Taxi. You're just in that car crashing into shit. That was so much fun.
What was it gonna say? Cobra Man, some story. Yeah, Manhunter's great too.
Raw Deal came out that same year as Cobra, didn't it? Stallone or Schwarzenegger's Raw Deal came out too. Yeah,
that was a pretty good year. Yeah, 96 was great because wasn't Aliens out in 96 as well?
Yep, 86 was Aliens.
86 was Aliens.
God, that's crazy.
What a hell of a year, man! It was a great year.
Jesus.
What was I gonna say? Damn, somebody else talk. I think.
Well, I was going to take a look at 86 in film and see Top Gun, Crocodile Dundee, wow, Platoon, Karate Kid 2, Star Trek 4, Aliens, Golden Child, Ruthless People is really funny too, and Ferris Bueller. Wow, that's crazy.
They were the best.
Oh my god.
They did say that even though I guess they still kind of consider this movie a flop, it made money. It made good money.
Overseas, it made like over $100 million.
Yeah, I think it was like the end number was 160 on a $25 million budget. I'm like, that's
a success.
Awesome. Yeah,
but it wasn't Rambo Stallone numbers. That's the
no. Right. But it was the highest opening weekend for an action movie at that time. Yeah. So it's like
no, this was not a flop by any stretch of the imagination. No.
Nice avatar.
I do. There you go. I do love a good pinball machine, man. I do.
Right.
Cobra game,
I start making more modern updates
versions.
Exactly. You know,
has it played the Rambo game for the Xbox 360? I have an Xbox 360, so I'm going to get the Rambo game. But has anybody?
I haven't. I do have the Mad Max for Xbox One, and then what else do I got? I got a few. I got Rambo on my Mortal Kombat X. So you can play as Rambo and RoboCop and Terminator and all.
Yeah, I heard that's cool. I heard.
That's the only reason I bought that game. Like I play Mortal Kombat, but not online.
Rambo.
I got all.
What's
of
his
the
finishing
add-ons.
move? What's his finishing?
He's got
move?
2 or 3. There's one he sets a snare trap and you fall down on spikes. A couple other. Obviously, he uses the knife all the time. Terminator will drop you into the molten metal. I mean, it's RoboCop will drop the 50 cal basically and blow you away, and then his one finisher Ed 209 comes behind him and they team up and blow the fuck out of you like Kenny. So that's awesome.
And
I don't have the new Xbox to get that. I want it so bad, and I don't
Yeah, is it on is it PS5 as well? Because I'm trying to think if it's
PS5
or not. Yeah, I've been sort of hovering over it.
By the time you get it, it'll be PS6 or whatever.
Exactly. I'm like a retro guy though. Like I stopped after like the PlayStation. Well, Xbox 360 I bought from Amanda.
I got 360.
Yeah, I still got mine hooked up. I'll play it, but
yeah.
In a recent Judge Dredd magazine a couple of months back, they did a thing where Judge Dredd, the comic book character from 2000 AD, went into another reality, and he went into the reality of the film Judge Dredd. And what happened was that all the clones are there. So Rico created the clones, and they break out, and each clone is a Stallone character. So it's like Rocky, Rambo, Spartan. Cobra, Spartan.
Yeah.
So Judge Dredd, the comic book character, fights the Stallone characters because they're all Stallone. So they all adopted their own identities, and it's like literally. So it's like, this is crazy. It's like Judge Dredd fighting like Rambo and Cobra and everything. It was an awesome. I sent it to Charlie. I didn't know if anyone else really would care. But
I care. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Can you put it in a library and let us borrow?
I can put it. Yeah, I'll see which issue it was and put it back in.
Yeah, Terminator 2D. No Fate. Have anybody seen the trailer for that?
I saw the trailer. It comes out this year,
old school 2D. Yeah, that looks awesome. It's kind of the Terminator game we always wanted.
Because I played the shit out of Broforce. That's like my
hell
yeah. I play the hell out of that. But when they did the 2D No Fate, I saw that trailer. I'm like, I'm in. Second it drops, I'm buying it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Got the magazine, G-Man Adam says.
Let me see if I can find which issue it was. It's probably like 4 or 5 months, maybe more ago now. I'll see if I can find it.
We might be getting close to 6 months off of that.
Maybe even 6, 7 months ago. Yeah. I'll see if I can find it.
Okay. Cobra. Music's good, although it doesn't have a theme tune. Most movies back then had a leitmotif, like main theme. It doesn't really have one.
No,
I'm the Cobra fighting the crime or something. Fighting crime.
Angel of the City, I think they played 2 or 3 times.
That's kind of the theme tune. Yeah,
you got to have it with the sexy robot. You know,
it had the love thing with Bill Medley, like singing, but he didn't sing in it though. They just used the music part of it. Sylvester Levain just used the music part of it.
It's not annoying at any point. It's a little odd for an actioner in the 80s, but I don't hate it. I kind of like the soundtrack.
Oh yeah, that was cool. Yeah,
I always just laugh at the Beaver Brown Band. It's like Stallone's obsession, and they got the end music at the end of this, and knowing all the history behind that, it's just kind of like, really, you had Stan Bush, you went with
Beaver
right Brown Band. He's right there.
Yeah,
come on, man.
If you take the Stan Bush stuff out of Transformers, that would like that.
It's half a movie then.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Vince DiCola, yeah.
Well, that movie is perfection on screen. But anyways, other than that, if you remove some guy tried to erase one line from Ultra Magnus's arm, I was like, the movie's you killed it. You cannot. It's perfect exactly how it is. Every line is perfect.
Yes, Pete, there's sexy robots in this.
Sexy robots.
Yeah, that was wow. What the heck?
It's random.
Guys, this is. They're not just checking off the boxes you want. They're checking off the boxes you didn't even know were supposed to be boxes.
You're just
there must be robots. You're like, shit, I didn't even know. They're checking off boxes you didn't know were supposed to be boxes that needed to be checked off.
Yeah, but it's awesome because you're watching the Axe Gang. We'll call them that, even though I love Kung Fu Hustle. You watch the Axe Gang doing all their shit. Cobra going around asking questions, doing cop work. And it's all intertwined around this photo shoot with her in sexy outfits and robots and all this other stuff. You're just like, this is a great montage. And I love every bit of this.
And her side boob at the
end. Her side boob in the bathing suit.
Has anybody read the book? It was based on Fair Game.
No.
I got to read it at some point because I know they did the 90s version Fair Game with Cindy Crawford.
But I heard that's not the same as the book.
That's not even the same. So I got to read the book at some point.
I had that movie on VHS. That's another VHS movie.
I didn't hate that movie though. I mean, I didn't.
It was okay.
I like it.
It had some decent action. William Baldwin. I'm like, yeah.
Good music score again.
Cindy Crawford was hot.
I don't know why we're like, yeah, it's Cindy Crawford. That's the end of it. You guys you're still talking as though there's more to it.
It had some decent action in it though.
It did. Yeah.
It had some decent Cindy Crawford in it for sure.
Of course.
Actually, that might be a good one to talk about at some point because just an excuse to watch Cindy Crawford again. Yeah.
Never. Didn't Kathy Ireland do a movie too? We should check that one out as well.
Oh, I just got Alien from LA.
That's what it was. Alien from LA. I could not remember what that was.
Yeah, I just pulled the trigger on Vinegar Syndrome for that one.
It's just funny, like with fair game though. Like if it was real life and the cop got assigned to protect the witness, it would not look like Cindy Crawford.
No, that is for sure.
No. That's the last action hero.
Do they even get assigned to protect witnesses? Like, I don't know if is that a movie thing? Is that a real thing? Like, I
think it's a whole division. Like, there's a whole division that handles it. Not one guy is in charge of protecting the witness.
Yeah,
we got a hot witness, William. Okay.
Well, I'm in. I'm in.
Volunteer.
The guy complains every day. I'm tired of this. I'm sick and tired of this damn job. All the bullshit's like, you got to protect this woman. Yeah, I'm good. I thought you were all pissed off.
Sure,
I'm good.
Let's do it.
Just back to Cobra. It was a good comment that Adam made a while ago. It makes you just want to have Pepsi, and there's some great product placement in this movie. But then you got like the cool neon lights in his apartment. He's got a Pepsi sign. Like outside his apartment. I'm like,
there.
Why don't I have a Pepsi sign here? I got a fucking train station, and that's it. I want a Pepsi sign with some neon lights. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, brought to you by Pepsi.
It's also
the choice of a new generation.
But yeah, in the supermarket at the beginning, now you get the whole Pepsi display, but then you get Coors. You get Coors, it's like
Coors as well,
yeah. And he drinks one, which is exactly what I want my cops to do. I need him.
What's his name? Zabka, Johnny, and Cobra Kai drinks Coors. Yeah. Like that's all he drinks. And then now that's burned into my head. I'm like, ugh.
It's like, we don't do product placement. They stay.
I don't have any pop today. Normally I have Coke and Pepsi. I have both mouths. I've got
actually I want this sponsorship. Hook me up, A&W.
I actually I'm not allowed to have soda for like 4 or 5 days because of surgery.
I'm sorry.
That's it. It's done. Keep the razor blades away from Owen.
Day 6. Hook it to my vein.
Yeah, I can't take it anymore. It's like the IV comes in. It's like pure Coke. Like.
Pure cane sugar just up there dripping in.
Miller Lite sign. Oh, that'd be interesting.
Pepsi, so you can avoid shotgun shells.
But Coke is in this movie too, isn't it? I think I wrote a note saying Coke and Pepsi are both in it.
Gonzalez is drinking at a Coke machine, drinking a Coke.
Yeah. Isn't that weird? I don't know. I don't really know too much exactly, but that feels weird, right? Like, how could both be
Listen, they were taking everybody's money. They didn't care.
Oh, yeah, they didn't care. It was canon. So, yeah.
Yeah,
that they may not have even offered any money. They probably just did it, and Coke's like, hey, is that ours in here?
Sure, why not?
Leave it. No, we're not sending a season.
Coke slid that in to piss Pepsi up. Like, that Pepsi saw the movie. They're like, damn it. It's like, well,
they should have the cult. The cult is drinking Coke.
The
villains are drinking Coke, so it's like when we take over with the new world, it'll only be Coke.
But they give us the new Coke that has the changed recipe and everything.
Yeah, I know.
It's so funny though, whenever you're watching Cobra and they're going on about like the new world and everything, and everyone just seems to blindly follow the night slash, and they'll just go around and killing people, and you're like, what are you achieving from this?
Why? What are we doing?
Why?
Yeah, don't you want to sit on a couch and have some peace? Like, what's this new world that you're? Like, going into this place, taking hostages. It's like shooting guys. Like, what is this crap?
I don't think that guy was part of them. Was he?
Yeah, he was.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, because he gives his big philosophy at the end.
He has the tattoo on his forearm.
He doesn't, but they don't rob anyone. They're not stealing anything. They're not making any money in this plan. That's why they're all still working their day jobs as accountants and bank tellers and all this other stuff. Dentists for Owen. Your dentist could have been part of the Axe gang there, Owen.
Oh, I'm pretty sure she is.
Look, you gotta have a little bit of masochism if you want to be a dentist. You know what I mean? That's some fucked up shit you had going on in your life to be like, I want to pull teeth out of people. That's my job. I want to get paid to do that.
But it's just motivation for the action. That's all it is. Because the thing is, there's no dueling philosophies in this. Like in the beginning, you think one of these Death Wish clones where they're criticizing Cobra. And they're like, oh, you just kill people, and that's it. And then Cobra gets mad to told that to his family and all that. Yeah. And it's like, okay, so I guess this is where this is going. And then Cobra makes that joke about you're too violent. Like, okay, I guess this is not where this is going. And then the Axe Gang wants a new order of just like anarchy, and it doesn't really clash with Cobra's, like with that whole thing in the beginning where they're criticizing Cobra's violence against crime, and even the whole the advertising for this movie, and even in the beginning, they're like he's the cure against crime and all that. Crime was
disease. Crime is a
disease. In the 80s. But there's nothing really meshing any of that. It's just these are bad guys and Cobra must fight them.
And it kind of hurts it a little bit with the end where Brian Thompson's like, you're going to take me in. You're going to like, motherfucker, if you've not been paying attention to what this guy does.
He's the zombie squad guy.
He's trying his best to type all the themes of the movie. He's like, oh, you're a pig. And it's like, oh, it's not working right now. It's like, hook you on the thing. Yeah.
Shut up.
You know what kind of movie you're getting when it opens up with the shot of the Cobra on his pearl handle cold.
He flashes it right for the camera. I was like, oh.
And he's like, in America, there's a robbery. I mean, it's like,
all this.
There's a robbery every 5 seconds or something.
In the most deadpan monotone voice ever. It's like, I know what kind of movie I'm watching. I got it.
I remember do you remember the trailer was like so fucking pumped and exciting. He's like, Cobra, the strong arm of the law. And it's got those like epic music, electric guitars. And you're just like, oh, hell yeah.
A new breed of criminal deserves a new breed of cop. It's like,
they're not lying though. I mean, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, that accurate. The trailer matches. We got it. Nailed it.
We're good.
You're
I like when Brian Thompson though, whenever he's doing that standoff with Cobretti and Cobretti's still got the gun with the laser and he points it at him, but Brian lifts that knife up and it reflects the laser back. I was just like, that's a kind of a cool little touch. Also, that knife
is badass.
Aside from Rambo's knife, I love the Axe Gang knife, the Night Stalker, Killer, Slasher, whatever the fuck his name is. That knife is awesome. I guess it was real. And he cut himself multiple times. Give the man a stunt blade. Just dull one for him for a minute.
Literally take it to the grinder and just grind the edge off.
Yeah. Why does it need to be sharp for the movie? He's not cutting anything but people. Just fake it.
Or they couldn't get the glint of the light on the knife. So they made a 3-foot one so that way they could like get the light.
They wrapped it with reflective like metal or something.
Yeah. So
and I'm just like, all that to show the glint.
He's like,
cool. I didn't know that.
He's like, I don't even know if it made it into the movie or not. It's like, well, let's spend some money on that. Why not? What the hell?
That was the one day Cosmatos got his say, and Stallone came in the next day going, "You fucking did what?
Yeah, what happened?
3-foot goddamn knife? Like Arnold's going to use it in his next movie. You know that, right? You know."
He's got bigger muscles than I do right now.
I was Googling there because like this thing about the laser sighting thing's pissing me off. And I'm like, I know that's a real movie. I did not dream it.
I know.
It is. I know.
Dude, I swear it wasn't that long ago I watched that.
You're not imagining things. I remember that.
I would have yelled Tango and Cash. Like it sounds like something.
That's what I thought, but it's not Tango and Cash. It might be, I think it's called Extreme Justice. I remember that, but I don't know. I can't remember. If anybody thinks, like anybody who watches this later in the year 3055 or whatever, leave a comment down below and let us know and be like, you know what, it's this movie, you idiot. And I'm like, yeah. Because this has been, it's literally been years I've been wondering what the movie is. I'm sure I own it somewhere because I got like 3,000 movies, but I cannot for the life of me remember what it is. It's just pissing me off.
God, it had to be something I was watching on Tubi too, because I would have just let it roll and that would have popped. J-Man, you're not too far off saying Marlboro Man.
It's something like that, which we'll do in a few weeks because I want to watch it again soon. Anyway.
Excessive Force 2. No, we just watched
Eve of Destruction. No, I watched that recently as well.
Yeah.
No, it was like a buddy movie. Like I even thought it was one of the Lethal Weapon films, and it's not. So.
No, but they do play with the laser a little bit in that one, but they don't make that joke that you can't hit none because Riggs is a good shot.
Yeah, yeah.
God, it's going to irritate the shit out of me. I'm going to be all night.
Now we're going to be up all night.
Exactly. I know. Just wondering what that is. Yeah.
You guys are going to get a message at like 2:00 in the morning. Fucking found it.
Discovered it. It's the Holy Grail.
So next week we're going to be doing the beekeeper versus a working man. So, and there is a poll in our community page on YouTube, so you can vote, and we'll show the results for that next week. Yeah, thank you, Jay. So that would be cool. Maybe it's Loaded Weapon. Oh, and I haven't watched
the parody with Amelia.
Yeah, I haven't watched that in a while.
I haven't seen that in years. That was good fun though. Right.
That was really funny.
Yeah,
that was like Hot Shots. Yeah, it was funny.
Oh yeah,
that's good too.
that was legit. National Lampoons did Loaded Weapon. Didn't
National Loaded Weapon 1.
we went to the academy together. Before that, we were in grade school together. Before that, we breastfed together. It's like, okay.
No, I definitely want to give that a watch.
It's a really funny movie.
It might be real. That Loaded Weapon.
I don't know. I haven't watched that in a while.
There's a lot of funny parts in that movie.
Oh, it's so fucking funny.
Is that the movie with Curry, Wilderness Girls?
Yeah, Wilderness Girls. It's like, is it a little bit late to be selling cookies? Troop leader says we're not meeting our quota. He literally has a beard. He just has
and the pigtails coming down, wearing it.
And he comes in, he's got the gun, and he's like, in a few moments, where is the microfilm? She's like, I don't know anything about any microfilm. He's like, in a few moments, monsieur, you'll be begging for mercy. And she's like, no, I'll beg now. That's genius.
I definitely need to watch that this weekend. I can't eat any chips or anything in the Brennan's on Saturday. Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh man.
I just drink water and cry the whole way through the evening, I guess.
Oh my god.
You can have mashed potatoes. That's just chewed
that's great. All right, Brennan, if you're watching, make me some mashed potatoes and then I'll come over.
Bring a chili. Bring a chili and a mashed potatoes. That's nice.
That's just
chili and mashed potatoes.
That's good. I'm good at like random.
That's almost as good as pizza with scissors.
I love
Everyone
that.
Everyone keeps their gun cleaning kit in the egg cartons in the refrigerator.
I love that.
Because he's a bachelor. That's what you do when you're a bachelor. That's what I got in my fridge right now. So.
It's like Lone Wolf McQuaid as well. It's just covering it's like just a homeless shelter or something practically. It's just like shit everywhere. There's like beer cans everywhere, and then he gets annoyed when a woman comes in and cleans the place up. He's like, how dare you sort of clean this place up? And like it's a fucking hovel. You got like rats.
Oh, that was like split second when Rutger Hauer has the motorcycle that he's building in there. And Kim Cattrall tries to clean up. He's like fucking pigeons sleeping on his head. And I like it this way.
Oh, it's a great movie.
Smells coffee. It's still good. It's in the microwave. That wasn't in there.
But there's a lot of creativity to think of that. Like I wouldn't have even if you say, okay, in this set, okay, he's a bachelor, so he's a bit messy. Like, and then you have to do things to show that, right? So it's like, well, okay, what does he do? Well, he's got like pizza that he's just eating forever. He doesn't care. Like he orders, it's like you're like, okay, he ordered one pizza and then just been eating it for 4 days now or whatever, right? Like
he's also health conscious. So he's a small piece of pizza. That's like his cheat.
It's a cheat, yeah.
Like whose idea was it to film that scene and be like, here, cut this in half?
That's what I'm saying. That's very neat. Like, but it's
seen it before and it sticks in your head. You know?
That is literally great. We would talk about that all the time, and my buddy Vic would be like, "I remember he's cutting the pizza." Like, what the hell? It's so weird. Like, anytime we'd have pizza for the next 2 years after seeing that movie, we'd be thinking, I remember cutting it with the scissors.
Where's the scissors? Where's that? We got pizza tonight. You got to think though, like, who come up with that? Like, was there just scissors laying there? Like, okay, you're
right.
Bite a pizza, clean your gun, and Stallone's just sitting there, and it's like fifth take, and he goes, "Fuck it."
Or did he just do it?
Yeah.
Sounds like
like out of the
thing,
blue.
It does sound like something he would do, just a quirk.
Yeah.
I just need to watch Frozen Empire. Oh yeah, that.
I still haven't watched that.
I got the 4K Steelbook over recently, so I must give that a watch.
It's just one of those I haven't been in a rush to.
Yeah.
Wait, which one? What's Frozen Empire? Missed.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Oh, I watched it. Yeah, it's okay. Like I liked it when I saw it in the theater because it was way better. I liked it way better than the other one. But then watching it a second time, it's like it's okay. There's some funny parts.
Like the first time I was like, it was okay, but yeah.
It's kind of like that. No one talks about it anymore.
The fact that you had to ask what it was.
Yeah, and I own that movie too, which is dry. I like Carrie Coon, but I like her from Gilded Age, which is definitely never going to be covered on this show. But anyways, I like period. I like period dramas.
Yeah.
We watched Twisters the other night. It's on Prime now, and I was like, "This ain't bad. It's not."
It was all right. Yeah,
it's not the first one. The first one's still better, but I didn't hate the sequel. That's like I actually wish I'd watched it in theater now because I was like, this was made for a theater experience.
I'll get a lot of abuse from this, probably from J-Man and Sean. But the one thing I remember from watching that movie was it was the first time I'd seen David Corn sweat and everything. And as soon as he walked on screen, I was like, "Fuck, that guy looks like Superman." And then it ends up he's going to be Superman. So
fair.
So I guess we'll find out in when's it? What, July?
July.
Yeah.
I'll order. I guess I'll be ordering. Should I be ordering tickets for everybody for that? I guess.
Oh yeah, that opening night. Yeah, definitely for sure. Yeah. Oh, so where does Cobra rank on your Stallone movies list?
Let's take a look at the Stallones.
So I'm going to say
I wasn't prepared for this.
The Rambo movies are first for me. Then the Rocky movies. I just put them all in one thing. Then Demolition Man. Then Cobra. Then Cliffhanger. There you go. I would say. I think that's my exact order. Let me double check these movies.
I would put. I'm sorry, but I love Cobra. I'd put that before Demolition Man. I'd
put Demolition Man number one. I love that.
Demolition Man's like way up there. It
is
number one, Charlie.
It is my.
Wow.
Let me put it like this: Demolition Man is my favorite action movie of all time.
Wow, I did not know that. Crazy.
That was easy.
It's awesome. I mean,
it's everything. It's literally awesome. It gives you everything you want in a movie.
And it's a documentary now.
Basically. And then I would put Rambo. I like the Rocky movies, but if I wanted to do action related, I'd kind of put it like 5. So Cobra would be right there at probably about 3, 4.
But if you're doing Stallone, they didn't say action. They said you're ranking.
I get okay. If you do Stallone, then Rocky would get bumped up to 4.
Does that change your opinion?
Well, that would get bumped up to 4. So it would be Demolition Man, Rambo, Cobra, Rocky, and I don't know. I don't even know what number 5 would be because good point. I don't know. I like Cliffhanger a lot. Owen's not wrong. That is
you don't have a Cliffhanger tattoo.
I do have a Chris Tread tattoo, so it's number 5. Hey man, you got me on that one.
Right? No, I'm being a bit funny, but also I mean it's Dread. Like that's your introduction.
Right. You're 100% right. So
the Demolition Man is a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Somewhat of a masterpiece that I think people didn't like. Remember, Sean, we talked about this
aged well.
Oh my God. We watched it after, I don't know, 100 years. Like I was like, oh yeah, Demolition Man's awesome. I watched 100 times on VHS and then whatever. And then, you know, one day I threw it on. I was like, oh my God, this is like awesome. What the hell? And it's like, whoa, my God, like my mind's blowing. And like everyone's, it's like, yeah, it's like
fantastic villain that's memorable.
He's one of my favorites. That's basically the Joker. Yeah.
You've got a fantastic hero who is also a John. So John Spartan in a futuristic yet action-packed movie, so you get a little bit of sci-fi mixed with action. Sandra Bullock is a fantastic, non-annoying sidekick.
Yeah. She's adorable in it. Yeah,
exactly. And you also end up, you know, with like, is it Dennis Leary? I feel like I'm getting
Dennis
Leary. So you get this like even side character who is perfect as that little bit of a little character, but he makes it his own. I don't hate. There's nothing to hate about Demolition Man.
You know, it's a good action movie when the opening is worthy enough to be the finale. That's
Yes.
how you know it's a good action movie.
That
And
opening
also-
shot, we see the helicopter above the buildings on fire. That shot is
Yes.
fucking amazing. It still
And
looks
explosions and fire.
Yeah.
It looks like the apocalypse is going
Yeah.
But you also, they knew what they were doing to keep it action related, because you get in the future, it's electric cars, they're self-driving, and they still fucking figure out how to put a 442 Oldsmobile in a car chase in the future, and it's fucking amazing. Like, it's just perfect.
It's more than just a generic, like Cobra is an action movie, obviously. Demolition Man is more than just an action movie, because there's a lot of good themes in it too.
Yeah, it's a satire.
Humanity getting weak and just complacent. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no, it's more. It's like I'm not putting it with. Well, it's up there with Terminator. Is like the Terminator movies where it's like it's a higher level of action, or Total Recall, or some of these movies, RoboCop, where they're great action movies on their own, but they're also great either commentaries or whatever. Like, Demolition Man is awesome.
But the thing is, it got better with age, because
it did get better with age.
That's really true.
Right? It got more relevant.
Correctness, the corporate fighting and all that stuff. It just. When you want back then, it was a cutesy thing. Oh yeah, that's cute. Like political
that'll never happen
right now. And then like 30 years
happen.
later, it's like, oh my god, like everyone minding their P's and Q's and stuff. This is like now.
Yeah, you get the swear tickets. Like literally, you're just getting canceled on Twitter.
The algorithm.
The free seashells are coming, man.
That's right. We're just missing the cryo prisons. That's really all we're lacking right now, fellas. That's it.
And I love that they've got this technology. They're trying to change the guy. And the guy's like, yeah, whatever. Like, all you did was make me smarter, dumbass. It's like I like that the sort of the message of like the people that are bad. Like you're not really going to actually change the guy. Like they think they're so intelligent, smart with, we're gonna put this guy and we're gonna rehabilitate them and all that. It's like, no, you're not. It's like there's people out there. Maybe it could work on some, but there's people out there that are just bad, and they want to see the world burn, as
they created the thing that destroyed them too. So they were so, had so much hubris that we know everything. We'll give Simon Phoenix the ability to fucking crack our systems, know every fighting thing, know where to go get. And then he turns on us. Oh, fuck. We didn't think about that. It's like,
but how could you not? That's the thing.
But the point, that's the point of it. That's the flaw.
Yeah.
That's their flaw, right? They didn't even
put a fucking tracker in him, and it's like, also the cops can't track him. No shit, you can't either, asshole. It's like,
all right. Even their names are awesome, so it's like we can't.
John, I agree. As soon as
John Spartan, Simon Phoenix,
that's the best.
Yes.
That's the best.
I have those action figures sitting up here. Yes. They're screwed to the wall right now. I'd get them down and show you guys. But
I was going to ask if you had the action figures. I figured you.
Yeah, I've got John Spartan. I've got Simon. There's some I don't have. I even have Last Action Hero. I've got. I have his car that flips up on its two wheels. So it has it has a kickstand that kicks out, and you make it go on two wheels like in the movie.
That's cool. Yeah,
that's awesome.
That's neat, man.
I just pre-ordered the Funko Pop of Frank Dukes from Bloodsport.
I saw with the
it kept popping up, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll get it. It's just these things. I'm going to annoy you until you buy it. And I was like, well, it's Van Damme, so I have to.
Well, they kept those statues that are fucking expensive. But
I know it's like $600.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's a waste.
No, I'm not paying that. They look awesome.
They do.
Are they? Is it Kenner? Sean, who did the small wrestling guys? Kenner?
Oh, the small. Oh, that was
Hasbro.
The ones with the you could pull an arm back and then.
Yes. Yeah. So they did Bolo, like Chong Li and Frank Dukes. So look up like
I saw them. Yeah,
you saw them, and it's like, so Van Damme can kick, and so Van Damme, it looks like, I don't know, he might, I don't know which one. They're based on one of those guys. So like
those guys,
Chong Li is like Ultimate Warrior or something, but like. No, he's not Ultimate Warrior because he went like this. I don't know, but they're based on somebody, right?
Yeah.
But they look pretty good. So.
Yeah. Oh, did I tell you I watched Van Damme's latest, The Gardener, a while back?
No.
You mentioned it. I remember you mentioned it, and you were
probably
disappointed.
his worst movie, or one of those fucking terrible.
Oh, really? I'm still gonna buy it.
Is it worse than The Mercenary?
It's up there. It's like whenever he does these other movies.
Because The Mercenary started off good with that one opening.
The made for streaming movies he's done have been pretty fucking terrible.
How'd you see The Gardener? It's not out in America?
It's out in. I used a VPN.
Oh, okay.
The library. You went to the library.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Gosh. I've given you the
in the library.
Well, hey, if it's not available in your country, it's like I make no excuses.
Yeah, I have no qualms about finding it other ways if I can't get it.
I haven't looked for it. I totally forgot about it. I put the trailer.
Let me see if I can.
The trailer's come out today, so it must be getting a re-release somewhere. Adam, stay tuned for the week after next, Adam, because that's what our show is going to be about. We're going to be discussing Havoc, and it's going to be a controversial one. This should be interesting.
Yep.
I just watched it today before logging in.
Yep. So nobody gave any clues.
Yeah.
So next week is the Beekeeper versus the Working Man. The week after, Havoc. So we're going to discuss, because we always want to do like about once a month to try and talk about a more recent action movie, and then talk about the old classic action movies as well. So Havoc the week after next. So I'm looking forward to that. Should be an interesting chat. I don't think all of us are going to disagree that much, to be honest, but we shall see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
I am going to go see. Was it Flight or Fight that comes out?
I watched that in the UK. That came on Sky whenever I was over there.
That comes out this Friday.
I'm going Friday to watch it.
It's pretty good. Great chainsaw scene.
Okay.
But
you had me a chainsaw on.
It's got some good action scenes, but it's sped up a bit too much, and Marco Zaror is awesome, but a little underused, and then none of the other characters are that memorable. So
why do you put Marco Zaror in a movie and underuse him?
You make him like the main dude.
He's in the trailer, and I saw almost the whole fight. Like
me too.
Yeah. That's the thing. So I mean, it's an entertaining movie.
It looks like a cheaper version of Bullet Train, based on the trailer.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, but not as good.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna go see it. We'll see how it is.
Yeah, Ballerina is probably my most anticipated for
Looking
the rest of this year, I would say.
Mission Impossible end of the month.
Hell, I'm going to watch the documentary on John Wick. I got to get that.
Oh, yeah. Jay and Sean, are we going to see Mission Impossible, or are you guys not interested?
I don't know. I'll see. I am interested to see it.
It's opening night for me. Like, that's not negotiable.
You're going to go opening night?
It's what, the 29th? It drops this month? 22nd. So not this week, but next week.
My phone is charging. I don't remember. I may not be able to make it because of family commitments, but not because I don't want to.
Yeah. Okay.
It's already May. It's hard to believe that these movies are going to be coming out soon.
That's all else.
I know. Yeah. I don't think I've been at the movies more than I was in April, though. It's so funny. Like 3 days in a row, I was at the movies.
I'm jealous. You always tease me about how I always saw these movies when I was growing. I fucking don't go to the movies at all anymore because of my job. I swear to God.
Yeah, Sunday I did Revenge of the Sith. Monday I did Thunderbolts, and then Tuesday I did Until Dawn. And
then I go on social media.
And they ruin it. Yeah.
And they spoil. I'm like, couldn't you have given me a week?
No. Listen, the real people go on the opening weekend, John. I'm sorry.
When the real people work 40 hours in 3 days, then it's like I don't go see Thunderbolts. I'm sorry.
It doesn't matter.
No, it's not a spoiler. Like
it's not a spoiler. It's
their idea to remarket the movie as if it's I need to go watch that for sure now. It's the second opening weekend.
No, I'm interested, kind of.
Right, because it's called the New Avengers.
It doesn't change anything in the movie. So
it doesn't change anything in the movie.
And the theater
actually so spoiler to the spoiler.
Yeah, but I watched your review of it, Jay, and you actually didn't mind it either. So I thought it was all right.
Yeah, it's the only one that I would watch again except for not counting Doctor Strange 2, which I absolutely loved, and some people don't like that one. That's fine.
I like it.
I like that.
Marvel's
except for that one. This one is the only one that I would watch again. Like even the other ones, which I gave kind of like okay reviews, like they're okay. I would watch Thunderbolts again and see if I like it. I think there's so much negativity built up with Marvel that like you're going into it negative. It's like if you took this and I don't know, made it something else, like like car, like I don't know, pick a car company, like whatever, something. Nissan makes terrible cars. Well, now they're good again. It's like it's like I've moved on to other cars.
It's hard to get that loyalty back because I'm waiting for it to stream. I'm not going to go out of my way to go watch it. And also, as a comic book reader, I'm # not my Thunderbolts.
It's hashtag. It's not the Thunderbolts, but you know what? It's not the Guardians either. The Guardians of the Galaxy are not the real Guardians of the Galaxy.
And that's fair. But it's like you've already given me Zemo in the Marvel universe,
Right.
and then you're like, oh, we're gonna do Thunderbolt.
But did they though, Charlie? Do you remember when he had the thing over his head?
No, they
Come on.
He did for a moment.
Yeah, like the character's there, but it's not
recognizable. What are you talking about, Charlie? He only had it in. In
Balaclava somewhere. I can't remember.
That's from the worst TV show ever made.
Yeah, Falcon. About the Falcon and the Snowman. No, wait, that's not.
Falcon and the Snowman.
No,
hey, that's
Jay and the Bear.
You can.
That's what I call it.
That show was horrible, but it gave us the greatest GIF ever, and that's Zemo dancing in the club, and I forever will use that GIF everywhere.
Right.
So I don't give a shit.
Yeah, no, but no, this was a real movie that had a theme
and had decent action scenes in it too. Like
it had action scenes.
Bucky's scene when he shows up to save the day.
That was cool.
Fucking badass scene. Practical action scenes, and explosions and stunts.
Okay, that's good.
No CG shit for a lot of the film. And yeah, there is some obviously, but
I mean, the Sentry has powers, so you know who it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah,
right.
But he was cool, and like whenever you see the kind of the black shadow kind of things, which that was cool. So I thought it was pretty decent.
I heard they kind of J-Man. They had to change. I don't. Does it spoil anything if we tell?
There was a gasp in my theater, and Owen would. As soon as I saw that gasp part, I was like, "Oh!" I'm like, "They're gonna back this off," and they did. But
okay,
yeah.
We'll wait a little bit so everybody can watch. I don't want to ruin it because I read the comic with Sentry.
Yeah, it's not the Sentry. Oh well. Okay. So
he's got the thing, but they don't do it like they do in the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
all. Yeah, it's not that thing, John. The other thing.
But it is awesome the way they show it, and he's actually a threat. Like it
he was in the comics.
Wait, yeah. Look, this is a real movie. The thing with this movie,
the action scene with Sentry is awesome.
It's awesome.
This is a movie. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that, and I'll be okay with that.
Accountant 2, I got to see that first. So I never saw The Accountant.
Yeah, The Accountant 2 is my favorite action movie of the year so far, I think.
Oh my God. Well, I saw Accountant 1 the day before I saw Havoc. So you can tell where my head's going to be at next week. Perhaps I shouldn't have watched that first, but man, The Accountant, dude, I was I like the end. I was so pumped for that last. Sean hasn't seen it. That last thing.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, you could have done a show reaction. I should have recorded it. I could have done. Oh my God! I was like, yes! I was so happy with that. That movie is friggin'
it's
awesome.
amazing. I wanted to go see Accountant 2, but my buddy was like, I went and saw it last week. I'm like, motherfucker, why didn't you call me? I would have went to see it.
I went to see it myself. I don't care. I just go to the movies on my own most of the time. So
I had to go see it again because they had that tax day preview, which I got to see. So I was so excited to actually see a movie before it was supposed to come out. But it was in 40X. So I was like this the whole time. I was like,
I can't really be arsed for that kind of gimmick stuff. Just show me the movie.
I'm with you, Owen, on
at
that.
the end, I'm like, this is cool, but I have no idea what's going on right now. So I went to go see it the next day, and I'm like, oh yes, this is.
That's what I wish I'd have watched Twisters and that 4DX thing. I think that was a movie made for that, but not my action movie. I don't need to feel like I'm sitting in the fucking car.
Yeah, you
going down the road.
It doesn't need to be like Universal Studios, please. I don't need to do that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. So next week we're doing Beekeeper versus a Working Man. The week after is going to be Havoc. I do want to talk about the Accountant movies. I guess we'll have to wait till the second one hits digital, which will probably be in a few weeks.
Yeah, it won't be too long.
But I'm desperate to talk about them because I've been interested to see what you think. I don't necessarily know if I want to really do a versus between the Accountant movies because the second one continues the story from the first one.
So we just talk about both in one show.
We
don't need to compare them. Yeah.
The second one I find is quite different because the second one is almost more of a buddy comedy, but it works.
I saw that in the trailer.
Yeah, and it just works. Like I love John Bernthal, and he has some great lines. I actually really want to see it again. So anyway, we're up. Anybody have anything cool coming up then this week, Jay?
The three of us, Charlie, me, and Sean, are doing part 3 of our He-Man toy. I didn't think this was going to be 3 streams. No. We did it as one hours.
It's 3.
It's going to be 3 3-hour streams talking about the toys of He-Man.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm actually off on Sunday. I would have.
But dude, I don't know. Those streams got a shit ton of people involved.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, He-Man toys, I like those. And like,
you see, you're talking about stuff that other people aren't, and that's the trick: is to find a niche. Where
So
other
there you
people
And
don't.
we found out it was like the 40th anniversary of He-Man the week before we did the stream, so it's kind of like staying on this He-Man.
It's staying on exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
so-
So that's the three of us.
We're on episode 3.
Episode 3 of just the toys. We didn't even do the art yet. We had John on for the art. It's like I still got more art books. I have enough. But I could just do He-Man streams all the time.
Well, I mean, it's called J-Man, so you know,
It is
can just a He-Man channel. All right, kiddies, we shall wrap it up there then. So join us next week for Working Man versus Beekeeper. Remember, do the poll and let us know. So this should be an interesting one. I have a suspicion to what I think people will vote for, but we shall see how it goes. So thanks for joining us, everybody. And if you are watching, you are the Action Elite.